Hello and welcome back to the Blue Podcast Network. This is a Chequered show, and as you can see, Rhys is not here. I'm your host today as he's on holiday, and I'm joined by Ronnie, and we're going to be talking about Monza. What did you think of it?
Actually, a really good race. It's nice when there's a race where you don't have a McLaren winning.
Yeah.
Even though I'd say McLaren's probably my team if I had to choose.
Same.
But yeah, it was more exciting. Obviously, had the controversy with Piastri and Lando Norris we'll get into. Yeah, it's quite refreshing. I like my favourite racer at the moment is Bortoleto. I really enjoy it.
Bortoleto is such a talent. I don't get how he's not been looked at more as the biggest talent on that grid so far.
It's just that I can't. To me, when I hear like Kick Sauber, it just sounds like an absolute tragic car.
I can't wait for Audi to come in.
It's just it just sounds like it's destined to be absolute rock bottom rubbish.
It's not bad.
They had a change like a few months ago or a month ago, and since then you can tell the difference. Like, it's so obvious.
Alpine's by far the worst.
Yeah, they're awful. They're terrible.
But we'll get into qualifying. So obviously Max qualified on pole, which was a massive shock, beating the McLarens by about a tenth. Norris in second, Piastri in third.
Yeah.
What were your thoughts when you saw Verstappen on pole?
It was different. It was nice to see Verstappen get there again. I don't think he's had many poles this year, has he?
I think this might be his second, maybe his third.
Yeah, it was decent. Obviously, it's Monza as well. It was like one of the biggest circuits you can get on.
I'd say probably it's between that, Silverstone, and Belgium for the most kind of prestigious.
As like a recent F1
Monaco
fan as well, I would say like seeing Monza, seeing a spectacle of it is really good. Like the attendance is like 300,000, like nuts.
The Tifosi's they're the best crowd in F1.
Yeah, it's just like there's a massive stand of the Italian flag with all people holding in the colours. It was great. Fans as well.
I've never been to the Grand Prix, but I went on holiday to Milan in April, and I went on a day trip to Monza, and I did like a lap of the track. Like, I got taken around it, and I looked around, and you kind of just get a special feeling while you're there. Like, it's just a special racetrack.
We were talking earlier behind the camera about how nice like Milan is, and everything around Milan's so good. 'Cause you've got Lake Como as well, and you got
I went there as well, but
you got what's it called, Cremons or something like that?
Cremonese, where
Cremonese.
Jamie Vardy's just joined.
Yep.
But no, it's a nice track, and obviously it's always one of the better races. But we'll get into the actual race now. So we had it already. Nico Hülkenberg didn't start the race. He went off the track after the formation lap. Didn't start. I don't really know why. Probably some.
It was
sort
a
of
faulty engine
thing.
problem, I think.
Yeah. But other than that, nothing really too interesting at the bottom. Lance Stroll finishing last. The Alpines were the other two last cars. So.
Yeah, I mean Alpine at this point is expected to be rock bottom.
I think they must be focusing on next year. But interestingly, I think this news came out this week, so we can talk about it, is Pierre Gasly signed a 3-year contract extension with Alpine. So clearly, because he's a good driver, they must have some sort of good package for next year.
Maybe. I'm not sold on Alpine at all, to be honest. And basically any F1 team has said our project's for next year. Like, it's all everyone has said.
Yeah.
Our project's 2026. So
I can't tell who's going to be fastest. I think it's going to be very close. But through the rest of the grid, you have 15th was Ocon in the Haas. The other Haas, Behrman, was in 12th. Not their best weekend, because they've been in the points quite a few times this season, to be honest.
Yeah, I think Haas is another one. It's like not really in the points often recently. Anyway,
I think they depend
at the
on
start.
The track.
They had a decent start. I think Behrman got a few points to begin with.
Yeah, Behrman's had quite a few. I think. I mean, he sits
on the rookie standings.
He sits 17th in the Drivers' Championship.
On the rookie standings, he's probably in the top half now. There's Antonelli.
Oh yeah. Well, Antonelli.
Bortoleto now.
I don't think Antonelli's actually been all that impressive. He's only got more points than the others because he's
in a Mercedes. No, I know, but he had a good start, didn't he? And he's fell off.
Yeah,
he has fell off.
I think both Behrman and Bortoleto would have done better in the Mercedes than he's done.
That's fair. But I'd also say the Mercedes has fallen off the car because Ferrari had a recent upturn, and George Russell, you saw him after the race. He was not happy.
But I just think
he wasn't happy with the car.
As well though, Antonelli's a bit clumsy. Like, I mean, you've seen it at Zandvoort with the whole Charles Leclerc thing. He's not great at overtaking, I don't think.
No, that's fair. They're all rookies, so they're all gonna have that at some point.
Of course. We'll go on to Racing Bulls now, finishing 14th and 10th. Liam Lawson 14th. Hadjar picking up 1 point in 10th. What do you think of both of these?
Liam Lawson is like he's a mess for them.
Yeah. I mean, to be fair, he's not been terrible recently.
He caused another collision, didn't he?
Yes.
Was it Sonoda?
Might have been Tsunoda.
I think it might have been Tsunoda.
It was Tsunoda because people were talking about how they reckon. I've forgotten the guy's name, but there's a guy in F2 who's in Red Bull's driver academy.
Yeah.
And he's probably going to get a seat in one of the teams next year. So they're saying it's between Lawson and Tsunoda for that second Racing Bull seat because Hadjar will probably get the second Red Bull seat. So
yeah,
people were joking that Lawson was taking out Tsunoda to try and improve his chance of getting a seat next year.
Yeah, oh my God! I think he has a collision like every other race. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, because it was with Science, I think, in Zandvoort. He had something as well.
Is that sound?
He's a liability.
There's that sound on TikTok. Like, I'm Liam Lawson.
Oh, I love that sound. It's so good.
Every time. It's so true though. It's so true.
It is. But yes, Hadjar, another decent race, finishing in the points again. I mean, again, he's a rookie that I think's gone a bit under the radar because he's not in a fast car.
I think he might be my favourite rookie.
He's definitely my favourite in terms of
rookie.
Personality because I do like the Visa Cash App TikTok. Like they're really funny.
Yeah, I don't like the car that he's in, but I like I'm gonna probably see him in a Red Bull next year, and that will probably be like.
I hope not. I know it sounds stupid, but I just I just don't ever think going to Red Bull as a second driver is a good choice.
I know the driver curse, second seat at Red Bull is an awful, terrible thing, but I still like the idea of Hadjar in a big car,
so do I.
Well-renowned car.
Yeah. Well, we're only going to talk about the first Red Bull now because obviously we'll talk about the other one later. But Yuki Tsunoda finished 13th. Another disappointing race for him, kind of nowhere.
I don't think this is ever going to change with Tsunoda.
No, neither.
I think this is going to be 13th.
I think he's good though. I do. It's a shame because I think he's a really quick driver, and I think we've seen glimpses of that at times when he was at Racing Bulls. But
I would like to see him at another car.
Yeah.
I don't want to see him in a Red Bull because I feel like it's tarnishing his reputation a lot, and I don't think anyone rates him anymore. No, really,
and they should though because he's good.
Yeah, and he's a good driver, but I just want to see him in another car, like I don't know, like an Aston Martin or something. Just some, not like one of the top ones, like a McLaren or a thing, whatever. Cause he will never get that anyway. Yeah, but I would want to see him in a car that has a little bit more going for him.
Yeah. Well, I want to talk now about Williams because they finished. They qualified 13th and 14th, and they managed to finish 7th and 11th. So a very good recovery for them.
They were complaining a lot though about the car during the race. They were.
Yeah, especially Sainz.
Yeah. Sainz was not happy at all. But overall, I think Williams have always been this season been really strong.
I love James Vowles. I think. Have you seen on their TikTok page the kind of race review he does after each race where he just literally.
He's very transparent.
He just stands in front of a camera and says things how it is. Like I've never seen any F1 team principal do that. I think it's a really good look.
Yeah, no, he's a very transparent person. I hope he stays at Williams the whole time.
So do I.
I hope he does. Because
he actually explains the technical stuff in a way that anyone can understand it and it makes sense and you kind of understand why they made decisions that they did. Which, yeah, as someone who's always been a fan of Williams, I quite like it. Williams is probably...
He's younger though, James Vowles.
He's not like young, but he's younger than a lot.
For his job.
He's younger than a lot of the team principals.
Yeah.
Because obviously he worked at Mercedes as one of the strategists because he was Bottas's. Because obviously you had the whole Valtteri's James stuff.
Right.
No, it was a good recovery for them. I'm glad to see Albon back in the points again because I think he's a very good driver. Let's move on to Mercedes. P9 for Kimi Antonelli, P5 for George Russell. Splitting the two Ferraris. What do you think of their drives?
Yeah, obviously they find it frustrating because they want a challenge for McLaren. They want to challenge Verstappen to get a bit further up in the constructors as well. But yeah, they're in solid positions. Like it's not like they aren't challenging. They still have a chance of at least putting up at least one more gear. But
yeah,
that George Russell doesn't like the car one bit.
One thing I would kind of like to touch on a bit is. We obviously have these driver conversations with Russell and Verstappen, like who's going to get that Mercedes seat.
He's still hurt from that a bit.
Would you not say that it would make more sense for Mercedes to drop Antonelli than Russell? Because Russell's their quick, reliable driver. Like he's been in the top 5 pretty much every race.
Like, who do you drop?
But then surely Antonelli's the one you drop because he's been very clumsy with his overtakes.
Yeah.
He's not had the best rookie year. I mean, he's all right, but I think the car early on carried him slightly.
George Russell is way more consistent, absolutely, and he's not even that. He's not old at all. Like he's experienced, but he's not like he's still got a lot to go.
Yeah, I'm not sure how old he is, but you're right.
No, he was only a rookie a few years
ago.
He
is.
He came the same year as Leclerc, no?
Yeah, he's 27.
Yeah, I think he's got much more time.
Yeah. But then again, you can't. I guess the argument against that is you can't have Russell and Verstappen as teammates.
Oh no, absolutely. But I don't think Verstappen's going to move anymore.
No, I don't think so either.
He will.
I don't see why he would, because it doesn't make sense. But I'd like to see Russell stay with Williams because I don't think he deserves to lose his seat. I don't think he's done anything wrong this season.
Mercedes, but they could I could see Albon or Sainz going to Mercedes as well. I could see that. I could see one of them going.
More Albon than Sainz, weirdly, I could see. But
yeah,
it also depends how good the Williams is next year because they said...
They're another one that we're building for next year.
They said,
every car has said it.
It's weird because a season and a half ago, they already said, like, at the back end of last season, they were like, we're building for 2026. We're not focusing on 2025. But then their car this year is better than it's been any other year recently at all.
But you're also building towards that year, so you've got to get better during that.
True. We'll move on to talk about Bortoletto a bit. Obviously, Hülkenberg didn't start the race. He was only a Sauber that finished P8. Another good performance from him. I'm not sure where he started the race, but...
Hülkenberg?
No, Bortoletto.
Bortoletto was about where he was.
I'm going to say, I think he kind of finished... He qualified 7th, so he actually dropped
I was going to say 6th.
But again, good pace from him, I'd say.
He's qualifying high a few times now, no? I think he qualified 6th on the last Grand Prix, if I'm not mistaken.
He's very pacey. I mean, again, I don't know where Hülkenberg qualified. Hülkenberg was 12th, so he's out-qualifying a very experienced driver who's been very quick for a long time. So
what is that car turning into again?
Audi.
Okay, Audi, cool.
I think it's next season as well.
Have they signed anyone yet on for Audi?
It's Bortoletto and Hülkenberg.
Is it?
Yeah, it's Bortoletto and Hülkenberg.
So probably being a good car actually next year.
Yeah.
I'd be interested.
I hope so. Because it's a good lineup in terms of like Bortoletto's that young driver and he's going to learn from Hülkenberg, who's going to be strong.
You've got Cadillac coming in as well.
Cadillac's the other team coming in. They'll be the 11th team on the grid. But yeah, as I said, Audi are taking over.
Was Bottas signed?
Bottas and Perez are both signed. So Cadillac are just a new entry into the grid.
Yeah, I know.
And Kick Sauber are being overtaken by Audi. But yeah, we'll go to Ferrari now, the third to last team we need to talk about. A 4-6 finish at their home race. Charles Leclerc finishing in 4th, 4 seconds behind Piastri. Hamilton finishing 6th, probably one of his better races to be fair.
Hamilton started really far back, didn't he?
He started P10. Yeah, he qualified 5th, but then he had a penalty from the incident in Zandvoort.
Yeah, there was a stint that he had during the race. It was really strong. He was like 10th or 11th in the pack right at the start, and then went up 3 positions in like 5-6 laps. It was very impressive.
Yeah, but you can tell he's still got the ability.
Yeah, there's still something, but it's just I know Ferrari have been better recently, but then there's as well like Leclerc. You could just see that the pace wasn't with him. Like they said at the end as well, when Piastri and Lando Norris were in like the bit where they're on the podium watching it back. They were saying that Leclerc was so fast on the straights but so slow on the corners, and you could see it, and it was unlucky. He started 3rd, no. I think
he started 4th. He started 4th.
He was in 3rd for quite a while.
He qualified 4th and started 4th.
He was in 3rd for quite a while. I'm pretty sure.
I think that's because he overtook Piastri at the start.
Yeah,
and then Piastri got back past him because
it was about 10 laps later. He overtook him again.
Yeah,
but yeah. I think Piastri. That's probably how Piastri suffered really, because he was behind Leclerc for a while.
Yeah. Well, let's kind of segue into talking about the McLarens and the kind of the incident between Norris and Piastri, like with the whole pit stop thing. Do you think it's fair that they swap back or not?
I think other drivers in Piastri's position would have said no.
You think?
Yeah.
See, I disagree because I actually think if you're,
I think it's the right thing to do.
Because I think if you're a team, I think you do it, and I think you look at it the other way. Say Norris was the driver in front and he'd had the slow pit stop.
He'd done it as well.
He'd had the fast pit stop. He would have swapped.
No, I think both of them would have done it for each other.
But
that's not my argument.
I think if Norris had said though, what Piastri said, like, really, just because of a slow pit stop, I mean, I'll do it, but fine. I think if Norris had said that, he'd have got absolutely like hounded by the media. Whereas Piastri's kind of just getting like, oh yeah, he's fair enough for saying this. Like,
yeah,
they're treated so differently in my opinion.
Yeah, I get that, but yeah, it's a tough one. I can see a lot of the ones that have previously won titles though. I could see them saying no. Like I could see Fernando Alonso saying no. I can 100% see.
Yeah, I'm gonna say, well, if he's faster,
they're against
earn
each
it back.
other. They know that probably it's only going to be between them two who's going to win now.
Well, you never know. I mean, I agree, but you never know.
Yeah, if Verstappen has like a absolute wonder of a time throughout the rest of the season, but I doubt it.
No, I don't think so.
But yeah, I think it was very amicable from both of them, though. I think it was very the sportsmanship was there, and I'm proud of both of them. However, it also showed, I don't think, other than Piastri because he had a little tint of it, but neither of them really felt like they had a killer instinct to me.
I hate though how people keep trying to make a thing out of them being like they hate each other.
They're clearly very good friends.
They're clearly good mates. Like if you look at their similar to the James Vowell thing I was talking about earlier, but the McLaren videos after the race, they after every race they walk down the pit lane together and they have a chat about the race. And like if you watch them, they're always very chatty and stuff. And I know it's easy to fake stuff on camera, but you can tell that they're having a laugh together because they're mates. So I hate this whole narrative that Piastri and Norris hate each other and stuff. Like I think whichever one wins the title, obviously the other one will be gutted, but they'll also be very happy for the other one.
Also with Piastri, he sounded bitter on the radio when it happened, but I'm sure when he hears it back and hears how Lando took it as well, he was very amicable about it.
Lando was kind of the reason that it all happened because he said on the radio, shouldn't we pit Piastri first to avoid the Leclerc overcut, which is like he was thinking of Piastri first in the team rather than thinking, well, I can pit first and get further ahead up the road. So he was thinking of the team. But obviously neither of them won the race. It was Max Verstappen, which was crazy, winning the race by 19 seconds as well in a Red Bull that so far this season has looked tragic, I think it's fair to say.
Verstappen's carrying Red Bull on his back, pretty simple.
It is Verstappen F1 team, really. Like, how many points has Tsunoda and Lawson got between them? Probably about 15, if that.
Not great.
But no, I mean, he showed why he's a 4-time champion.
Absolutely. He is Max Verstappen. He's him. Number one.
Well, probably not for much longer, but...
his number's number one on the car.
His number's number one, but that's what I mean. Probably not for much longer. I think that's probably this season is probably the last one.
Yeah, probably.
But what did you make of his drive? Anything else or not really? Like, just fantastic.
He's just very strong. They're all whenever they cut to Verstappen during the race, they were just saying like he's kept up the pace, been brilliant.
It surprised me because how do they go from being, I don't want to say so far behind McLaren,
it's obviously something to do with the track.
I was going to say because they've been so far behind McLaren at all these races, and then suddenly he's gapping them 19 seconds. Yeah, like, it's not just driving ability.
Because he recorded the fastest time ever. It was the fastest F1 track, wasn't it?
Yeah.
It was how far? It was Schumacher held the record, and it was like 15, 20 seconds faster, I think.
Wow.
It was like the fastest race ever, F1.
Oh, fastest like actual race time.
How long it took to get all the
That's surprising because I can't remember what track it is, but there's a track that's pretty much always been the quickest, which I think it's something like Austria is always normally the quickest.
I thought Schumacher's record was in Monza.
Was it at Monza? Maybe it is. I mean, it's the quickest track in terms of speed, Monza. Like, they always have the highest average speed at Monza, so maybe that's why. Because obviously it's a distance, and if you're going at a high speed, you're going to cover the distance faster. But, I thought very impressive from Max this weekend. It came kind of out of nowhere. But should we talk a bit about Azerbaijan, what we think is going to happen there? Did you hear that as well?
I'm so sorry.
For those that can't hear that, Henry's stomach just made an absolutely massive noise.
He's about 2 meters away as well.
I know. Like, I heard that from over here.
All right. Anyway,
Azerbaijan
is it in Baku?
Baku, yeah.
Right, Baku. That's normally an entertaining race, no?
It's normally good. Yeah, there's always been a few good moments. I mean, you've obviously got the famous one, I am stupid, all of that kind of stuff. And the whole Ricciardo Max crash in like 2018.
Yes. Yeah.
I like Baku. It's a good track.
It will be good. As F1 always is normally. It's one of the most entertaining sports in the world, and that's why we've got a podcast on it.
I know. I don't get this whole... Because in 10 years ago, right, you didn't get this argument, there's not been that many overtakes in the race, it's boring. Because people could sit there and watch sport for 2 hours. The reason people can't watch sport for 2 hours now is because people's attention spans have changed. Like, the sport is still just exciting.
TikTok, you bunch of absolute... I'm not going to swear, but...
I know.
TikTok, you're the reason.
Well, you're our TikTok admin, so you're ruining it.
We love TikTok, actually. Mine.
But no, this is like... The whole point of where people find F1 less exciting for 2 hours is because they get bored because their brains are different now. It annoys me because for me it's still exciting. Like, you watch the strategy and stuff and the pit stops, and that's still exciting. That goes on the whole race until like the last 10 laps. So, yeah. Who do you think will win though? Do you think Max will be able to keep it up?
No, it's gonna. No, he's not won back-to-back once, has he? This so far.
No. Oh, this is only his second win. I
Yeah,
think.
exactly. Yeah. So I don't think he'll go back-to-back.
Who do you think will win then?
Piastri.
You reckon Piastri's back on top?
If he has a killer mentality and killer instinct, he will get annoyed about the race that he just had and win this one.
I do think this is probably more of a Norris track, though. I'd imagine. Like, I think I reckon Norris will do well because it's a track that suits him more. I think he's historically probably been quicker around this track, and he needs it as well. I mean, I never want this, but I wouldn't mind if Piastri had some sort of like mechanical failure, just so that
wishing it won a car.
No, just so that the championship goes to like 9 points again. Because obviously
nice
Norris had it at Zandvoort, so it'd be good to see that luck turn of it and make it an interesting title fight.
What's the gap? It's 30...
34 or something?
No, it was 34, I think. I think it's closed.
31 then, because 3 points separate second and third, so it'd be 31 now. But no, I hope they close the gap a bit because it'd be so exciting to go right down to the wire.
How many races are left?
Oh, a good few still, maybe 7 or 8.
Right.
Because you got
of course it's doable.
Yeah, I mean even without Piastri having mechanical issues, it's still.
And if Norris hadn't gone out in the race before as well,
it would have been like
it'd have been
4
much
points
closer.
now. It would have been really close.
That's really unfortunate.
Anything else to say on F1 this week or?
Nasi and Baku.
Yeah, right. Well, that is all we have for today because I don't have the prediction results. Rhys has them, so we'll cover them next week. Thank you for watching. Make sure you subscribe so you don't miss our upload after Baku, and we'll see you then.